you? It's Sunday night, it's Audio Who, and though your eyes don't deceive you, I've not had a shave in the past 3 days. But I can't compete with AJ. Tonight, guys, we are here to sit and tackle a little Patrick Troughton Cyberman story in the Early Adventure range, Season 2. Story number 4 in the ISOS network. We have big giant slugs. We have an underground railway track. We have the planet of ISIS 2. We have a military crew, a hell of a lot of death, and Jamie, Joey and the Doctor in tow. What do we think about this? What? I said Joey. What do we think about this? Well, you're about to find out, but before we get to that, let's get to this. It's your cast for this evening. And the nutsack is always, he has the beard that must be feared, even though I'm catching up with him. It's Texas Tim Wells. Tim, how goes it, man?
Howdy.
Good to have you, man. All the way from Tottenham, having just wolfed down his dinner and back from his sisters. It's Philip Archer. Phil, how goes it?
Good evening.
Good to have you, man. And YC's own Mr. Will Medina. Will, the Giants losing?
They don't play the 8 p.m. Hey, now, how you doing, huh?
I'll try that again. Is my Jets getting gubbed again? Anyway, okay, that's fine.
They got the ass kicked.
Oh, nothing new there. Good to have you, man. And it's the Thunder from down there. Early doors on a Monday morning. He's up early to witness Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. It's AJ. How we doing, man?
Hey, guys.
Good to have you, man. So, yeah, guys, the ISIS network. This was part of the, as mentioned, the Early Adventures range. We had a combination of cast audio drama and narration. Fortunately, like the last story we done a few weeks back, it has 2 narrators, so it spices it up a little, and it's not just like one main reader throughout the full story. So where do we begin with this one? Fraser Hines and it's Wendy Padbury, isn't it?
Yes.
I was just checking because I'm getting senile in my old age. Doing their thing and telling a really good story along the way. All right, guys, the ISIS network, opening thoughts. Let's see. Timbo, can I get your thing on this? Fraser Hines and Wendy Padbury.
It's good. It's fun. This is one of my favorite TARDIS teams. First of all, so that's a plus. It's not quite as epic as the Lords of the Red Planet was, but I mean it's very good. It's very entertaining. It's cool how it just follows right on from the invasion, the TV story, and it kind of continues their adventure with the Cybermen. I really like the idea of the slugs. It's kind of funny, and they get their own little theme music throughout. The idea that they could ever pull that off on TV though in '69 is that wouldn't have worked.
Nah.
But it's a lot of fun, really. They take a few new ideas, they throw it in there, and it's pretty cool. So I enjoyed it very much.
Excellent, mate. Philip, how about you, mate? I recall upon this release, you were shouting this with praise. Has it degraded over time for you?
No, it hasn't degraded over time for me, but I did discover a few weeks ago when I re-listened to it, that the tonal of it, although it's supposed to be an extension to the invasion, the tone of it is very comical for the most part. So it's kind of a bit of a...
Even when they're all getting massacred in the tunnel, that's comical. Oh.
So, like with what Tim just mentioned, the slugs and then Zoe, Jamie and Doctor are riding them like kids in the playground. It's kind of like, okay, fine. But overall, the story is good. And I do like the idea that the cyber controller, is it? The cyber controller.
Cyber controller, yeah.
He's still around from the Tomb. Is that the same? Is he the same one from the Tomb? Or Cyberman?
You sound like it's not. I don't say. I have to say no, considering.
No, the Doctor tells Jamie no, but that's in the future.
Yeah.
Ah, so this is a
pre. From their viewpoint, it's not the same one. It's the same one that was in the previous story, the invasion, though.
Yeah, but that's a structure. That was a structure, though. This one is a bit more mobile. This is a mobile Cyberman, cyber leader. So that's why I assume he's from the Tomb.
You had a controller and you had a leader. You had 2 of them in there.
Oh, okay.
So,
but anyway, it's a good tale. I do like the premise of the Cybermen. You know what's interesting? They jump ahead in time. The Cybermen are there long before the Doctor and Jamie and the companions get there, because the Cybermen have already decimated that planet. So there's a great big time difference there when they arrive.
ISIS 2. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. AJ, how about you, mate? Opening thoughts?
Yeah, it was a very good story, very entertaining with a little bits of comedy with the snails and so on. I'm just amazed that in the story, Jamie or someone didn't complain, oh no, not the Cybermen again, we just dealt with them, you know, but it was good though. It doesn't take place on Earth and they're not humans from Earth either. They're humanoids, but not from Earth, which is a good thing, like in Doctor Who. It should be about, you know, the greater part of the universe. But overall, brilliant story.
Okay. Well, we'll see you.
Yeah, this is a good story. It does take place a few days after the invasion, and like Philip says, when they get to Telos 2, 5 months has passed because the TARDIS lands them 5 months ahead of time, which like when we find out later on in the episode, it takes them there when it needs to be. Yeah, the snails do stick out. I mean, they're the one that was able to defeat Cybermen a lot. I mean, crush them and all that and throw them around. So that was pretty cool to see. The weird thing, maybe you can answer this, is the cyber controller that when he went into one of his Cybermen to the cyber experience, he notices the doctor as a white-haired old man, which is a little bit weird because the invasion took place in the 60s and the 10th planet took place in the 80s. If you notice the plot of the story, so I'm a little bit confused how the Cybermen going to notice the first Doctor, since in the
It's a time travel thing, isn't it? Don't they?
Time travel. They don't meet the Doctor in the same order all the time.
I know they don't meet the Doctor in the same order, but they know they met the first Doctor. The first Doctor.
It'll be in a cyber record. So.
No, yeah, but the thing is that happened in the 80s, and the invasion. This story takes place right after the invasion, which was in the 60s. So it's a little bit weird.
Well,
that you're looking at it from Earth time. The Cybermen and the Doctor don't look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember in Earthshock 2, you see the Cybermen and they're looking at clips of the first, second, and fourth Doctors.
But William does bring up a point about because the Cybermen of the 10th planet are totally different type of Cybermen. So to the ones where we have here. And yet they're saying that they made them from...
Yeah, because remember, the one from the 10th planet, they're from the Mondas, which is unusual because if you would have used this story that they remember the first Doctor, in reality, they should have had another file on the 5th Doctor as he appeared in spare parts. They should have had a file on him.
Right.
It's very convoluted history of the Cybermen. So.
Yeah, but they don't really have time travel, though, do they? They have accidental time travel.
It's not time travel, but they keep files on experience.
Yeah.
They got their files experience, and of course, every Cyberman is sending it out to every Cyberman for they can recognize the Doctor when they see him or hear his name being mentioned.
Didn't a Cyberman in this story downloaded his experience to another Cyberman after he was killed, or after one of them was killed, or the lead or something? It was downloaded into another Cyberman. Or am I
well, yeah, I don't know if it was upgrade, but I know he was going to the what's called the cyber experiencers, and that's how they experienced the first Doctor. This is not a bad story. Like I said, you have to give this guy for playing two parts, the Doctor and himself. I mean, what Jamie.
Fraser Hines.
Yeah, Fraser Hines. He did it, and narrating too. That's 3 roles he did right there. I kept him very busy, but the story went real good. I mean, it went. I would have loved to have seen it as an episode. Of course, the snail effect back then would have looked a little corny like that, but it would have been a good episode. But I'm glad they did a follow up to the invasion, but because that story, in a way, even though the Cyberman was defeated in the storyline, it left a lot of unanswered questions, like what happened to the bodies that was in the sewer, did all the ships getting destroyed. So this one story alone answers at least the space part. Maybe later on we can find out what's going on with the bodies that were left on Earth.
Unit.
The Walking Dead under the sewer. Yeah, why not? No, for me, yeah, it was a decent follow-up to the invasion. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It was a wee bit, I don't want to say slow-paced in places. As I say, I really did enjoy it. There were just parts of it whereby it took a while to plod along, but once it got going, it was some good stuff. Like you say, Fraser Hines done a bang-up job here, 3 roles. I hope we get 3 paychecks for that. Probably not. What else did I have here? what I did really enjoy here at this one though was the sound design and the music. Especially in between all the wee integral parts, you always get the wee dun dun dun, like the big reveal, or in between parts and whatnot. I thought that was really good. So yeah, I don't know, this is a decent sequel, and you know what, it's your typical Doctor Who story where you've got like a base or a location undersea. There's a military operations team running about the TARDIS team, and they've got a threat to deal with, but it deals with it in a nice way. So if you're into your Cybermen, hell, it's the 50th anniversary, that's why we're doing some Cybermen stories here, the new on Audio Who. Go get a listen, and you know, it might just be for you guys, you never know your luck. Yeah. Right guys, any events, characters or instances within this story that stood out for you? AJ?
The very ending of the story had a very simple ending where they sort of, it's resolved and they go, you know, that's it, it's final, and they walk away, and there's no chance of any repercussions after this story happens. You know what I mean? Like there's no final snippet of a Cyberman saying something or screaming out in pain. Which
well, they blew up on the shuttle, didn't they? So
well, even the humans, because they landed not far from the TARDIS too, because the TARDIS team could see them landing, and they're like, "Yep, we got to go now. See you later." And they basically just ran off again as usual.
He always does that, the second Doctor, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I understand that, but like you could have had other people yell at him, "Hey, wait up! We want to ask you something," and like that.
But as far as the captain and her team was concerned, well, what remembrance of her team was left after that massacre in the tunnel. They did bit in the dust when they drove off on the shuttle. They assumed they were dead, probably. So, you know.
Is this the second time they used the idea of half converted Cybermen, where one is still got his humanity about him? Because they did that with the Legend of the Cyberman.
What was his name? Well, Yelsey. What the hell was that character?
You mean the half Cyberman?
Yeah.
Enob, something like that. Enob.
They also did it with Telos too.
What was that character's name? That's going to piss me off.
I don't know. But
something like LC or something like that.
LC, something like that. Yeah.
I thought it was Alam or Enob.
Yelsey or I don't know.
What's the actor's name too?
Yeah. But,
Kelsey. No, it's not Kelsey, is it?
Yelsey. No, we're not talking Fraser Crane here, Phil. Jesus Christ.
It's Enob. E-N-A-B.
Enob.
Unless that name is one of the military people.
That could be the military.
No, that's a different one. That's
one of the military.
It has to be. It probably is Alam. A-L-A-M.
The guy that played him, though, I think played one of the military guys as well. He played a double part, according to the behind the scenes. I can't even remember the actor's name. Totally unprofessional. Who gives a shit? Anyway.
Oh, Halsey. His name was Halsey?
I think that's it.
Halsey? There you go. Well, Halsey, Kelsey, Belsey, who gives a shit? Whatever his name is, he was a mean dude with some compassion, and he was obviously, you know, about 75% converted. He still had some faculties running about him, and as tends to be the case, Zoe gets a helping hand from a creature from another race. So, yeah. All right.
Well,
you got to give it also to the snails for doing a lot of. They did a lot of work in this episode.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them where they lay their eggs and everything.
Right, hang on. Who did I ask? That was AJ. Sorry, my head's away with here, man. But too many.
You guys are talking, sorry. One other thing I like was the snails. The sound effect of them moving across the ground. It sounds like a million little feet just pattering over the ground. That's funny.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, anything stand out for you, mate?
Besides the snails, which is pretty cool, because you know, I would like to see another story with them coming in, so we can know more about them. Because the way that Dr. theorized that they could, they're a little bit like telepathic, because they could listen to your thoughts. That was pretty cool. Of course, the female military person, I think her name was Ciru, something like the Ciru. Her voice sounded familiar. I think what you see in a TV episode? Her voice sounded.
Rachel Babbage.
Yeah. That was her name. Yeah, her voice sounded familiar. I didn't get time to look it up. But her character was pretty cool because she, even though she wasn't aware about the Cybermen that much, she was the one that tried to keep calm, especially when on two different occasions her soldiers put guns either in the doctor's face or in Jamie's face, and of course they try to be funny saying that he's wearing a dress when it's the kill.
You know, the skirt, yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give a little bit of pop for her because she had to control these military guys that
Okay.
shoot before thinking.
There you go. Domesticated gunman. There we go. Tim, how about you, mate?
Well, I think Fraser Hines just gets better and better at doing both parts. In the extras, he even reiterates that it was an accident, that he just did it for one of the companion chronicles from years ago. And the guy, whoever the director or the writer was, told him, yeah, just keep doing it that way. Let's roll with it. And ever since then, he's played the second Doctor as well as Jamie. And he does a very good job. It just gets better and better. That too, and we just talked about it, but it is a common thing that Zoe ends up getting separated and befriending somebody who may or may not be a good guy. Remember, this happened in the Lords of the Red Planet as well.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool that they keep doing that with her. It's not really predictable. It's just kind of cool that they revisit that same kind of trope. So, but yeah, like you said, also the music is really good. I like that the Slugs got their own little theme tune that they would bring out every time they were like bouncing around and shit. It was pretty funny.
Bouncing around.
Yeah. All right, Phil, how about you, mate?
I did like the cyber control, wherever it was, the cyber leader or cyber controller, when he was threatening them on the monorail system. Inside. I did like that part. That was quite an intense situation. And the fact that when the Doctor's trying to convince that half Cyberman to work with them against the cyber controller, and he's finding it hard to separate himself from the cyber controller. So that's good as well.
Okay, champion me. And as for me, it's been reiterated by the guys. I did enjoy the music. I did enjoy the Slugs. Enjoyed the massacre scene in the underground railway tunnels when you had three Cybermen against the whole barrage of this military base. And they were basically taking out everybody, and they were concentrating all their guns on the one Cyberman because it was basically having the effect. Then the snails came along to the rescue and was bopping them up and down the ceiling of the shaft, and very, very gruesome and very, very violent. You can't, there isn't a lot of that going around in the 60s, so why the hell not, unless you go to the Hammer movies. But I enjoyed that. What else did I enjoy? The resolution, but okay, it's bog standard. You have a sacrifice by somebody, in this case, was it Halsey? Did we? That, yeah. He stayed on the shuttle and blew it up, thus dealing with this batch of Cybermen on behalf of the Doctor. That's...
It was sadder than when Adric did it. So.
Yeah, exactly. I felt for the big fella. Yeah, Adric, who gives a shit? But no, I mean, yeah. A wee homage to our shot there, maybe, except we actually cared about the guy who went boom. So, yeah, why not? And there was something else I wanted to touch upon, but my mind went blank. What the hell was it?
It was written and directed by Nick Briggs.
There you go. Yeah, yes, the bald one with the beard himself.
He said in the extras too, he was kind of writing a bog standard second Doctor story, and that's what he wanted it to be. So I mean, you said it might have dragged a little bit, but I don't think it. I think maybe that was the intention. It was supposed to remind you of the ones you'd seen on TV.
No, well, when I say it, I don't mean the story, but it took a while to get from like plot B to plot C or D or E or whatever. Just basically, that whole time when Zoe got filled into the elevator into the shaft to the point where everybody's reunited again, it just seemed to take a while before everybody was back and, here come the Cybermen, let's shoot the fuck out of these things. But, it got there in the end, so it doesn't make it bad, it just means maybe it's a wee bit more less paced than I would normally appreciate. Right, guys, open mic portion of the cast. Anything else you wish to bring up regarding this tale before we get it rated in the can? AJ?
No, I don't really have much else. So,
oh, screw you then. Okay, Tim?
Not really. I mean, I think we've covered everything.
No, but the funny thing is, Jamie remembers this story in the last of the Cybermen, and that story came out first. He remembers.
Well, what do you want? I mean, people bitch when they don't keep continuity. They do it for your benefit.
Yeah, I'm not bitching about it. I liked it, that little mention that he did back then that brought it to this story.
Yeah.
Good.
I like that.
See that I'm sorry, Philip, but that was a mistake they made in the 80s too. They kept on having the master say or the doctor say, "Oh, so you've escaped from wherever," and that meant that they were both going in the same order. When it's better just to think about it like, okay, the doctor runs into this guy or this villain. They're not on the same timeline. They're on their own timeline. So I mean, if a companion remembers something that hasn't happened yet because he's remembering something that hasn't happened for us yet, it doesn't mean it hasn't happened for him already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was going to say, as Tim touched on a little bit ago, about the fact that it's nice that they had little segues from the main story from the TV series. Like I said, the invasion. This is the extension of the invasion. I'd like to think they can do that with other stories in the second Doctor or any Doctor's timeline. Make an extension of a televised story.
well, why not? I mean, I wouldn't recommend it all the time.
What story would you like to see an extension of, as we have in the
The Dominators.
Oh God.
That'd be a good one.
Well, there's no point in the war games because that was fucking long enough.
Not the war game.
The thing is, there's already so much stuff out there that supposedly follows the war games as far as that it doesn't really.
I would like a little bit more of the Abominable Snowman. I like a bit more of that. I know we had 2 stories already with them.
The only one I wish they could do is I don't know if it's a sequel, more like a follow-up. But this after he passed away, the Brigadier, I would love to see like a little follow-up to the Inferno, to see if that parallel world did get destroyed.
Well, it was destroyed. You saw the lava coming towards them, and that was
just lava and went anyway. I'm talking about the rest of the planet.
Yeah,
that destroyed the whole planet.
The parallel dimension. Who gives a fuck about them?
Let the Unbound Doctor go there.
There you go. That'll be the Penny box set, volume 6. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, right, guys. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're...
No? All right. Just a quick shout out to our buddy Sue, who's not here this evening. How do you do? She's off visiting her mother, and her wee review of the story will be inserted here.
Cool.
Hello, this is my review of the ISOS galaxy, the ISOS network, the ISOS planet, anyway, the ISOS something or other. The second Doctor, Jamie and Zoe, the minute they left Earth after finishing the Cyberman adventure, where the young Brigadier, Lethbridge Stewart, was in command of the new unit forces, and having destroyed the cyber ship or one of them anyway, apparently the TARDIS locked onto that other one and took it across the galaxy to this ISOS world, and the ISOS world was abandoned. It looked like there was nobody there. And oh my goodness, soundscapes, beautiful, amazing. Fraser doing both narration, or all 3, narration, the second Doctor, and Jamie. Wow, that was amazing too. And Wendy Padbury doing narration, and Zoe Harriet. Wow, that was great. And not quite as nice as Nicholas Courtney or the Brigadier, but Richard James as the commander. Wow, that was pretty interesting. He did a great job. And I know a guy named Richard James, but anyway, awesome, beautiful work, all told. The slug monsters, wonderful, that they would become slightly sentient, slightly telepathic, and able to communicate with the TARDIS team and the surviving ISOS 2 humanoid creatures, and the one partially converted cyber guy. Wow. What a sacrifice. What a great sacrifice. I was so touched by that whole thing. Amazing. Let's see. It was beautiful. It was so well acted, and there was so much, interesting action and reaction and a little bit of shooting, and it was pretty simple. The story had a very simple storyline. It was very good. There was no sort of boring bits. I was totally captivated through the whole thing, and it wasn't that long. It was just a normal 4-episode structure. It was really cool. I would let's see, let me rate it, and so that it can be put in the can. I will give it a 9.5. Really great. Really great. Awfully good to have them chasing down Cybermen the minute they leave Earth too. That was super fun. I may have the timing wrong, I may have the chronology wrong, but that's the way it sounded to me. And since I don't have anybody here right now to discuss it with, I just would like to lay it out there that was really great. Thanks.
And with that, it's that time again.
For Donald Trump, to get a boot in the head.
Well, after tonight, let's just say no pussies will be grabbed. Ratings time. The ISOS Network. The LA Adventure Season 2, Story Number 4. Fraser Hines and Monday Fadbury. Philip, you get it out of 10.
I'm going to give this a solid tick. Any Second Doctor story with companion is good for me, so I'm going to give it a 10.
High praise from Tottenham.
Uh-huh.
The Thunder from Down Under. AJ, what's the number?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for the narration / audio drama. Champion, thank you. Texas, what's the view down in the nutsack, buddy?
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 too. It's a good way to pass a couple of hours, and it's pretty flawless. It's not as big or epic as some of the other ones. So
Not the same grandeur, but still very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, NYC, what's the number?
I'm gonna make it a 9 out of 10. Like Tim says, a great story, a good follow up to the invasion. So I can't wait to hear more audios of the Second Doctor.
Okay. And I'm going to be the complete dick and the asshole of the evening. I will give it the lowest rating here, and with regards to the panel, but I'll still give it a solid 8. Great outing, and as Tim has alluded to, Fraser Hines just gets better and better in that multiple roles as the years progress, regardless of what range it's in. Okay. And with that, guys, we're done. We're dusted. We're in the can. But our trek with the Cybermen is again not yet over. We'll be back next week for one more outing with them, alongside Tom Baker and Louise Jameson, in a 2-part story which concluded their 4th season run with Big Finish Productions, entitled, Philip?
It's entitled, ladies and gentlemen, and fans of Audio Who, The Fate of Krelos and Return to Telos.
My God, he got it right, and thank you for mentioning our fans, all 6 of them. I'm sure they really appreciate that, Considering 5 of them probably in this room. So yeah, guys, that we'll be doing that little double header. It's always good to sit back with Tom Baker and Louise Jameson. They're always gold, and they're always good for a good wee audio tale when it comes to Big Finish Productions. We look forward to sitting down and tackling that with you next week. As always, guys, check out our various buddies on the wacky and wonderful world of the YouTube. We have Dr. Freedom with his Daily News broadcasts and his Omega Files. We have the lads and lassies over at Geeks Assembled with everything geekdom, TV, music, I don't know, whatever else they're planning on. I'm assuming they're doing some Halloween shit this month, as we are in the month of October. We have also our regular buddies, Johnny Boyle, Sammy Carter, Dr. Dr. Freedom. Ah, man. Lady Neil, you know the drill by now. Give them a like, share, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. We don't really give a shit, just, you know, as long as you enjoy. I'm getting the hell on out of here, guys, because I'm beginning to ramble. I need a beer. In fact, there's some wine there. I'm going to have that. Okay? Have a safe and prosperous week, folks. Be excellent to yourselves and each other. And toodle pip. Chops and
Happy
gravy.
Columbus Day.
And, yeah, to that Spanish boat that got lost in 1492, you're a prick. All the best, guys.